Welcome, I'll be reacting to Cemetery Man. I know nothing about this film. I'm going to extrapolate it has something to do with cemeteries, which makes me really excited because I'm obsessed with them. I actually do cemetery vlogs on my vlog channel.
The palm leaf with the cross, and there's more. This is just an amazing section right here.
And my hobby, other than YouTube, is cleaning cemeteries, especially the non-endowed ones because they don't really have people there to help. There's no money, and so no one there cleaning other than if a family member happens to come and happens to feel like picking up a bunch of awful garbage. Oh, and there's no garbage cans, by the way, because non-endowed. It stays there until someone volunteers to go clean it up. So anyway, that's something that I do. I'm also doing a series where I'm trying to get drawings done for each of the grave sites in my area and the ones that don't qualify because they don't have enough people interred there to be a cemetery. For example, Jack London State Historic Park only has 4 people, so not technically a cemetery. You're probably about to see a lot of nerding out. Without further ado, these are selected clips that are shown for commentary purposes only. This is not a market substitute, please support the original. And no spoilers when recommending movies, please just include the title and year of release. Rupert Everett? Algie's in this? I can't believe it. Algernon from Importance of Being Earnest is in this. I am hyped. I am so hyped now. Yeah, that's Algie.
Hello?
It's me. Oh, am I bothering you?
Poor zombie. It's so beautiful. We've got several mausoleums. An angel. Oh! Sorry, I'm like drooling already. Ah! Okay. Oh, it's based on a novel. Is this the Gravedigger? I was cleaning a cemetery last week and the gravedigger literally left a piece of the shovel. I ran into it. It was all rusted out. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I know you've heard this before, but this time,
Please rest in peace.
my dear Gigini, it is forever.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace. What a waste of good marble. Never looks right when you fix it. All this fancy packaging. I don't know why they don't just cover the graves with dirt.
Well, my favorite are the checkerboard ones.
They win the cemetery. Love it.
He seems very jaded by his job. Can we switch? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll take your job. Algie, we can switch jobs. Not another one.
Give me the spade.
Yeah, that'll work.
Give me the fucking
Through the head. I wonder what it is about this particular cemetery. Maybe it's on an ancient
There we go.
magical location? Something in the dirt?
My name is Francesco Della Morte.
Della Morte.
I often thought of having it changed. Andre Della Morte would be nicer, for example. I'm the watchman of the Buffalora Cemetery.
Buffalores.
I don't know how the epidemic started. All I know is that some people, on the 7th night after their death, come back to life. But frankly, I can't understand why they're so anxious to return.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so if I were in charge, I would take the marble carefully off that plot that night. I would just get a lawn chair and I would sit out there with a flashlight and a novel, and I would wait. They bust out, boop, taken down, shove them back in, replace the marble, everything's fine. Why is he so disorganized? He even has an assistant. Della Morte.
How are you doing today?
Fine, Miss Chiaramondo, and you?
The cemetery is open, isn't it?
For you, anytime.
Cutie here.
Oh, I love
How
her.
are you?
This is a lost cause. Oh. Look, behind you, someone's being buried. Now quick, write it down. Keep a ledger. Oh, I love the cypress trees. This is a gorgeous cemetery. Yes, she's very pretty. Now show us the casket. Not the widow, the casket. Why do you think we're here? Oh, that's a great shot.
Will I see her again?
Well, maybe she'll come to visit. Usually people have patterns to it. Ooh, Friday night. It's why I avoid it. There's too many people around. But one time, I got off work a little bit early, so I was like, oh, I'll go to a cemetery. And it was a Friday. They're like beaches. You gotta time it right. Ooh, she upgraded for... Wait, we gotta talk about this. She upgraded to a ceramic plaque photo. Those are really expensive. I just had one made, I think last year. And look at this plot. One of the more upscale ones. I don't think this is a good vase to use though. So I'm constantly having to put this type of vase back upright because the wind blows it down. And you saw earlier the wind with all the leaves.
Putting vases back upright, trying to find flowers that got strewn everywhere and match them up to their original bouquet, stuff like that.
If you're putting vases in a cemetery outside, make sure they have a really wide, what's called a captain's base. And they're meant for ships, but they're great for outdoors in the wind. Big, wide base, jam it full of rocks, get it heavy. Don't do what she's doing.
I just came to water the flowers on your poor father's grave.
Sure you did.
Husband.
How long has he been dead?
See? Look at that. Look at this face. It's not appropriate.
Was a wonderful lover. Incredible. Tireless.
I've lost her. Now and then I stop by his office to remind myself what he looks like. You can't live on memories alone.
All this extra work. It's not as if they pay me anymore. Tell the mayor. Oh, tell the mayor, and then what? They'll close the cemetery.
1 and 3 4.
It's easier just to shoot them. You could help him dig. Could she represent Persephone in a way? We always see her with flowers, and he kind of represents death. How are these staying upright? Is she using magic? Wait, go back. There was a really cool mausoleum back there. You're covering the shot. Walk slower. Pan towards the mausoleums.
The cemetery's small, but it's got a marvelous ossuary.
This is not a small cemetery. I've been to small cemeteries. This is a medium to large one. Like, I'll show you small. You need to clean in here. All right, maybe I like her.
It's like in my dreams.
This is my dream.
You've got a real nice ossuary.
Thanks.
Whatever you like.
It's this place. I feel strange tremors. It's not the cold. I'm not afraid.
Maybe she is
This
magical.
place wants me to... It's forcing me to... I don't want to. I can't.
He shouldn't take advantage of it though, because she is definitely under some sort of magical influence. He's like, I'm not being paid enough for this. I feel like she is representing Persephone. I mean, look at this. Right next to him?
I've never kept anything from him. We trusted each other implicitly.
Okay then. Do we actually on it? Because right next to it is usually a lot of like ants and stuff. He claws his way out and is like, can I get in? If she's been bitten though, will that turn her into anything?
Well, don't just stand there. Go call Dr. Vertresi.
What happened last night?
Well, you know. Why are you asking me? She's dead.
I know she's dead, but how did it happen?
I would say like a wild animal or something.
Her heart stopped from fear. It wasn't the bite that killed her.
I haven't read more than 2 books in my whole life. One.
I read like 4 books last week alone.
Up to you.
I can't show this on YouTube, but beautiful job with the fabric billowing slow motion over her corpse. Lovely silk. He's actually digging. Good for him. No wonder he prefers the dead.
He's sweet. Will you buy him, Daddy?
It's not the first time you threw up over a woman, is it?
No. Oh, she's going to die and end up at the cemetery. Well, the cemetery's about to get a lot more populous.
And they were all so young.
Right. They thought their life was ahead of them, but in fact it had already passed them by.
Ooh, a stainless one. Oh, that's a nice one. Mahogany. Oh, this is gorgeous. Glass? Wow. Oh, it's not Nagi. Yeah, this was going to be a busy night.
Nagi, they came back sooner than we thought!
Oh, that's why he wasn't prepared. The makeup department is knocking it out of the park. Oh no, now they have it. Behind you! Oh. You need to weed. It's getting a little out of hand.
Hey,
Very
visiting
Giselle.
hours are over.
Nobody's gonna take me away from him!
Well, that can't be good. Oh, on the motorcycle. Of course, because they buried it with him. Okay, that's kind of epic. Hmm. What I want to know is who's the third person here whose job is purely to go around lighting candles and then replacing them every 2 hours. Because they are the real MVP of this film.
No, please don't. He's only eating.
Inside. Disposing of dead people is a public service. Whereas you're in all sorts of trouble if you kill someone when they're still alive.
Hmm. I'll bury them together.
This way they'll be together forever.
Mm-hmm. The head will come off though, yeah.
But I like shy boys. And you never say no to a kiss.
She's just gonna bite you. This is oddly cute. Very Wizard of Oz. I wonder if that's where they got the inspiration.
Putting this skull together is one of the most difficult things in the world.
But he just did.
I'm not prejudiced, my love.
Yeah, see? I feel like the cemetery is doing this on purpose because it recognized he was stopping whatever it was going on. You're letting her awfully close to your neck. She's about to chomp down. Yep. Yep. What did you expect? Algie.
Which of these do you think would be better on my tombstone?
Both. As someone who walks through and looks at the pictures, I wish more people did this. Of like, here they are, side by side.
Both.
I like the
Yes!
opinion of a handsome young man.
If you don't want the dead coming back to life, why don't you just kill the living?
Why would he want them to come back, though? Very strange. Spooks come out for a swinging wake. Happy haunts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning zombies come out to socialize.
Some fucking maniac killed 7 people in town.
I want to show them that I'm grieving as well. I'll have some pictures taken of the body. Something like, if you've had a death in the family, vote for someone who suffers like you.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's the meaning of this?
Plot thickens.
Where are you? What are you doing on TV?
I'm rotting fast, Daddy.
Yeah, you!
I'd like to marry Nagy.
This horrible thing?
Yeah.
I'm not such a great catch either, Daddy.
Not as long, dear, as I've got a breath in my body.
All right. We'll fix that right away.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry, Nagi.
Come on, Nagi.
You're supposed to be setting a good example. Now, will you get back to your coffin immediately?
You can't stop me. I'm the mayor.
X.
Why the barbed wire? Do they climb in at night?
No. They climb
Climb
out
out. Yeah.
My personal secretary, Mr. Delamorte.
A pleasure. A real pleasure, Mr. Delamorte.
Thank you.
Because I can only love an impotent man.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I like men. Manhood terrifies me. I can't stand the thought of them having a... I mean, you understand.
That is not a basis for a relationship.
I'm really getting mad. Don't pretend you didn't hear everything.
Yeah.
This is worse than when he tried to change his name just to please someone.
Our Christian names.
Was that all? We're going to be christened this afternoon.
For my sake, you're prepared to do this terrible thing.
I am.
To please me, you're ready to face this fearful ordeal.
I am.
Where questions of self-sacrifice are concerned, men are infinitely beyond us.
We are.
If you have to change yourself this significantly just to make someone like you, look for someone else. Aww.
She was our nicest kind. Best always die first.
Yeah.
And she put both on.
It was wonderful. Understand? This means I'm cured. I don't have a phobia anymore. I'm going to marry him. That doesn't mean anything, though. I mean, nothing's changed between us.
Wow.
He said he's happy we can be friends. We can still see each other.
Yeah, this is why I said you should never significantly change yourself for someone else. Only do it because you want to do it.
It's not very far. Go on. This is Laura.
Wow. I just feel like it's the cemetery messing with him.
But I'm already in love with you. Haven't you noticed? Did Laura tell you you can pay me?
Pay you?
School's expensive, my friend.
She told me she loved me.
That's 150.
She wants me to stay the night.
200.
It could be her roommate is doing this and she doesn't know, rather than them both being in on it. But he's going to assume she was, and she'll end up in the cemetery.
Now you'll be warm forever.
We've already arrested the guilty party. After setting fire to the apartment, he went home, killed his wife and daughter, then turned himself in.
You may have killed your wife and daughter. Okay, I'll give you that. It was me who knocked off the 3 girls. What are you doing stealing my murders? What kind of fucking friend do you think you are?
Give me a signature and I'll pull the plug now.
Fuck off.
I don't know you. I don't know who you are. Go away.
Very surreal.
You got a gun. That's good. Now you can defend yourself. Hey.
No one figures it out. You're wasting ammunition. You don't get paid that much. Hey! You better fix that. This is a lovely shot with the wings, and he's like the angel of death himself.
Nagi, you're not bringing that.
But it's my emotional support coffin.
I know every bump on this road. There's one.
There's another one. He gets outside and it's just a zombie apocalypse. Not the coffin.
The rest of the world doesn't exist.
Nagi! Oh no.
You were my best friend. Didn't even realize it.
Is he okay? Oh my. That was a fascinating, surreal piece of art. I have two main theories about what it means. The first one I think I mentioned in the reaction, which is what we're seeing is what's really going on, and death or the cemetery or whatever force is bringing these people back is manipulating like a puppeteer and trying to get the guardian away from the cemetery and distracted. The second theory I have centers around the hospital scene. That really clearly felt like a set. When he's sitting there talking to his friend and just casually, and Franco looks him in the eye and is like, I don't know who you are. That felt the most grounded moment in the movie. And so, okay, hear me out. Maybe that gorgeous woman we kept seeing is not a spirit of the cemetery, but is the one he shot. He's in a coma, so he could be imagining this world, and the cemetery does not exist. It's all in his head. And when he says that line about, I don't know you, maybe the main character represents the part of him, the violent passion that led him to hurt someone. And he's looking at himself and saying, I don't understand this part of me. What we just watched was all him trying to work through in his own headspace with these characters he's kind of created. What happened? How did he miss the difference between the living and the dead? Why was he harming the living? And when you see them in the snow globe, that's when we're switching back to Franco's reality, where it's maybe he woke up from the coma, maybe he's still in it, but he knows what's going on now. But the snow globe characters indicate that they were never real. I like both these theories. I think the movie is great. The movie is interesting regardless of what your personal theory is. In fact, please put in the comments, what do you think this was? Because I feel like it can be interpreted so many ways. There were sections that got a little bit too vulgar for me. However, overall, I think this was really well done, beautifully shot. The sets and the locations were fantastic. And of course, the performances. You know, it's something that 5-10 years from now, I'll probably be still going, or what if there's no story at all and this was like a series of stories put together? You know, that's the kind of film it is, which is so much fun. The ones where you're thinking about it a decade later.